guys, it's Coach Dean, and I just wanted to talk to you about this Bible in a Year program, what it is and how we're going to do it and that kind of thing. And I think this is really cool. So I'm really excited about this. So, first of all, what is Bible in a Year? Well, what it is we're going to go through the Bible chronologically from the beginning of the Bible to the end of the Bible, and we're going to do it in a way kind of as the Bible was written and as the story is told, not just by order of books. And so I hope that's exciting to you. I like to read the Bible in the chronological order. I think that's more exciting, and so that's what we're going to do. So each day, I will record an audio that walks us through those particular um, chapters, verses for that particular day. We will have a reading plan that is available so that you can follow along in case you miss it. But I'm really excited about this. What does the Bible tell us about reading Scripture? Well, it tells us that we need to constantly be renewing our mind. How do we do that? We do that through reading the Bible. So this is a great way for us to go through and to complete and to renew our mind daily, right? So first of all, let me thank you for being a part of Run for God Run Club, first of all, and then for being willing to go through this. This is something new. I don't know how it's going to work, but I hope it's going to work well. I think it will, and I'm really excited to jump into it. So just realize that when you're part of Run Club, you are supporting a ministry that wakes up every day trying to figure out how to share Christ with a lost and dying world, particularly through the running community. We appreciate that support. Why do this? Well, the world is full of distractions these days, right? So there's so many things in our peripheral vision all the time flashing at us, right? Telling us, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. And it's really hard to stay focused. So we get so far away from God sometimes just because of all those distractions. And let's face it, we're all broken and we're hungry and we're in constant need of repair and feeding. And so God tells us to study His Word, and He will heal us when we're broken. He will feed us when we're hungry. And so that's what we want to do. And that's why we're going to walk through this Bible. Now, what version of the Bible am I going to use? I'm going to read from the Holman Christian Standard Bible. I hope that's okay for everybody. There's different translations that range from very literal translation, verse by verse, to paraphrased Bibles, which are more, like the New Living Translation. The Holman Christian Standard is kind of in the middle of that, and that's why I like it. And so I'm going to read from the Holman Christian Standard Bible if you're curious as to which version I'm going to be using. Now, make sure that you keep your why in front of you, right? As we walk through this, it's going to be really important because it's just like running. How many of us have been excited about running and then lost that excitement, and then it was really hard to get out there and do it, right? Well, reading through the Bible is no different. And so you got to remember what your why is. Think about that. Why do I want to get through this? Why do I want to read the entire Bible in a year? And make sure that when it comes to that day when you just don't feel like it, you pull that why out and you remember why. Because it will help you get through those days when it's hard because you've got so much going on, right? Now, you want to find a time and a space where you can do this every day. Now, that may be a lot of people love to get up in the morning and spend some time in their Bible. This may be the way that you do this. It may be that you can listen to this in your car on the way to work. But remember, you only work 5 days, so then you got to figure out something for those other 2 days. So figure out what does my average day look like? How can I fit this into my average day? Not my best day, because if you try to figure out how to fit it into your best day, then what happens? You just don't have that many best days, right? So how do I fit it into my average day? And then figure out what's going to work best for you, and then stick to that plan. And realize this, you don't have to be perfect. There's nobody here, nobody watching this, certainly not on this side of the camera, that's perfect, and that's okay. When you miss a day, just pick up where you left off. Don't try to cram in 3 or 4 days worth trying to catch up. It gets stressful to do that. Just pick up where we are. Or, maybe you only missed one day and you have time to go back and pick that up. That's fine, but just don't stress about being perfect. Because if you're worried about being perfect, um, the chances are you're going to let yourself down because none of us are. And so don't get frustrated if you're not perfect. Just pick right back up with wherever we are, give yourself some grace, and move on. And maybe you do something like journal. Maybe this is something where you take your journal and you pull out a notebook and you write down your thoughts after each one. That's a great way to meditate on what we're doing here. So that is another idea that you might think about. Now remember that you have to sign up for this as a separate class, just like you would sign up for the 5K challenge or the marathon challenge. You go into the Run for God app or the Run for God Run Club website, and then you go to the class. You have to be a Run Club member to participate, and then you go to that class and you can participate. Now, remember this, or understand this. You will be able to use this like a podcast, or you should be able to. I know I can do it on my Apple phone. So on my Apple phone, what I do is when you got this button on the side right here. I hit that button and my phone comes on. So what I do is I go and I find that video and I start that video up. Okay. And then while the screen is on, the video is playing, I hit that button and it turns the screen off. When the screen turns off and then I turn it back on, what'll come up is it'll come up as a little graphic there that'll show me I can push play. And when I push play, it starts playing again. But this time it's playing with the screen closed. And then I click it one more time, the screen is off, but it continues to play. That works on my phone so that I can listen to it just like I can a podcast. And so you can look at this as a podcast because we're not going to do a video. I'm not going to sit in front of a camera and do this. I'm just going to record audio, and then we're going to have a graphic that we're going to lay over the top of that, and that's going to be it. Going to be very, very simple. So that I can keep up with it. And so I'm really excited about this. So that's one way that you can listen to it because it's not necessary to be able to see it. Okay. Now you're going to get a welcome email as soon as you sign up for the class. You should get a welcome email, and then you'll get a notification every day that reminds you to do this, right? And so that'll be nice to have as a reminder, because I know how I am. I get so busy I forget, and those reminders, I've got lots of reminders set on my phone about all sorts of things just to make sure that I don't forget. I have a reminder on my phone to charge my watch every single day. Now, I'm not going to charge my watch every day, but my reminder's there, and I just dismiss it on those days when I don't need to charge my watch, and it helps me to remember. So this is a notification that will help you to remember every single day, right? Couple of other things that we're going to do with the podcast is I'm going to share a running tip every day, and I'm going to share a quote every day. So that's another thing that I'm going to add to the scripture process, so that we're going to do a little bit of running talk and a lot of Bible talk in these things, and that's going to be. I'm hoping they should be 20 minutes or so, probably not usually longer than that. However long, it's only about 2 or 3 minutes plus whatever time it takes to read whatever it is that we have to read for that day. So it'll be short and to the point because the idea here is just to get through the Bible and to be thoughtful about the Bible, right? Again, we know that our mind needs to be renewed, so let's do it together this year as we walk through the Bible together as the Run for God Run Club. And may God bless every step of every run or walk, and this program is good for walkers too. Go out there and shine your light.